Hi y'all, I'm back. Freeze crack. I was just working some really difficult, trying to skin some really difficult Flint River or something, and I thought I'd take a break and try and further reduce or blank some really easy stuff or good stuff, and that's heated Kinley rock from West Texas. Of which I have a fair amount. This is going to be something I got to do kind of careful though, because I just got through hitting a bunch of beastly stuff. So when you hit beastly stuff and then you switch to non-beastly stuff, you can have blowouts where you overdo it. But I actually like going back and forth because I think it makes me more skilled to go back and forth. The strategy here is very simple. It's just flatten everything. Try and get all in the same plane. Ow! My bad little finger. Now remember, even though it's been heated, and even though this cortex is fairly thin, when you hit on cortex, try and abrade it pretty good beforehand, and be hitting on as little cortex as possible, or as thin a cortex as possible. What'll happen if you don't is that eventually you'll have a situation where, just like when you don't build your platforms right, it'll fail on you and it'll make a bad step. I'm not talking about this particular rock, I'm talking about any cortex. This rock is cool because it just has some interesting colors and stuff in it. And it looks like it almost has little marine critters in it, kind of slightly. I don't know. Well, I was going to do work on a bunch of this stuff, but I'm just kind kind of got in a rhythm hitting on this one rock and flattening. What should I do? What should I do? I mean, obviously making points is more fun than trying to reduce an endless supply of rock into a smaller supply of rock. Okay, everything you just saw, ignore all of that because that was all wrong. Okay. Dang. I should get all this stuff run out there to the trash, but there they are, right there. Oh well. That was my bad. And that was fixing my bad. What I'm doing is I'm pulling tight down on the bottom, and see, this is kind of a ledge and this is really above the center line, so I'm kind of hitting above the center line straight down with finger support that makes it wrap. So that's why I said I was doing it wrong. but it's so wide that other than any additional risk of breaking the piece, it doesn't matter to me. So like for instance, you see this huge hump? You see this big hump? Okay. I just put my finger underneath it and hit straight down. And it just wraps it. What you have to watch though when you're doing that, you have to watch not to catch too much of it. Actually, I said all that wrong. You shouldn't do that at all. Don't do what I do. Just do everything right. That was just erasing all of that and flattening all that completely out, kind of. I'm hitting above the edge there too. Don't do that. Okay. See, what it is it's kind of, I don't have patience. So, over time, just from observing what happens when you hit something, you just sort of get to where you know which of the rules can routinely be broken without paying the price if you do it right, or if you do it right wrong. And so that's what I do. Do it right, wrong. Little crack, a little bit of one. Cortex, big hump. Got to get the cortex off. You don't want it to kill your energy when you're trying to do something important. Big hump gone. Side of big hump gone. Other side of big hump gone. Can you see this the little step there? Can you see a little step? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on that. Just pull on it and hit. And it undercuts it. Now see, this is a pretty thin biface, but I just hit a big flake past the center line there. And you really need to be able to do that. And I think what I'm doing is, as I approach with my strike, I kind of, at the last second, sort of accelerate the billet with a little wrist flick a little bit, because what I'm trying to do is not get the aim wrong. So I don't take a big old swing. What I do is I'm swinging, and then at the last minute I just keep accelerating it or something. I don't know what I do, but it helps me with accuracy. That was a little body English that time. I don't know if you saw that. That was cool. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. A little lean forward thing. It's a little crunchy spot looking there, so I get it braided well. Well, so there's that. Come back and do another one.